Dear students, with reference to the President of India, I would like to teach you other powers. In my previous video, I have taught you executive executive powers of the President of India, and today in this video I am going to teach you legislative power of uh, President of India. Earlier executive, now going to teach you legislative power. If suppose question is there, legislative power means, first one you should understand the meaning of this term. Legislative means legislation, and legislation means making law. Means regarding making law, how many points are there with reference to the President of India? I would like to mention here. First point, addresses the session of Parliament. The President address both House of the Parliament assembled together for the first session after each general election to the Lok Sabha, and at the commencement of the first session of each year. I think you know that when general election will be held, after each and every general election, one presidential address will be there, and that address will be done by President of India, and after each and every year this things will be happening. In this address he lays emphasis on the internal and external policies of the government. The President has the power to address either House of the Parliament or their joint sitting at any time. Regarding this one question is there. When joint session of the Parliament will be there, so who will be the presiding officer? Your answer is there, Speaker. Your answer is there, Speaker will be presiding officer. Now, so first one clear, addresses session of the Parliament. Second point is there, message to Parliament. He has the power to send message to the either House of the Parliament, either in the regard to any pending bill or any other matter. That is second one. Summon and prorogue. Third point is there. Summon means calling, inviting. Prorogue means termination. Two words are there. Very many times this question has been asked. What do you mean by summon and what do you mean by prorogation or prorogue? The President has power to summon and prorogue the House of the Parliament. The power to summon the Parliament is subject to the condition that there should not be a gap of more than 6 months. Means suppose winter session is there, then monsoon session will be there, and after that budget session will be there. Means there are three sessions. First one budget session, then monsoon session, then winter session. So between two sessions, maximum gap will be 6 months. More than 6 months not allowed. This is very important point. There are three sessions of the Parliament: budget session Feb to May, and monsoon session July to September, and winter session November December. I think you know this is very important. So question can be asked, who will summon the House? Your answer will be there, President of India. Who can prorogue the session? Okay, prorogue means termination. With reference to the prorogue, one more point is there I would like to explain. Please pay attention. Prorogation means termination of the session. What do you mean by this? Suppose this time monsoon session is going on. One example I am giving. So when President of India will prorogue the session, it means this financial year this session will be not coming again. Means termination means end of the session. Clear? Next, dissolve to the Lok Sabha. I think you know Rajya Sabha is permanent body, and Lok Sabha can be dissolved by President of India. He can dissolve the Lok Sabha and order fresh election. Rajya Sabha is permanent body. You know this one. Rajya Sabha can't be dissolved because each and every second year one third member will be retired. I think you know this. And nomination of the member. Next, legislative power, nomination of the member. The President of India nominates 12 member to Rajya Sabha from practical experience in these matter. This is important point I am teaching you. First one, literature, science, art and social services. Means 12 member will be nominated by President of India with reference to that field. Those field means their expertise. Means suppose very good deed done, very higher level literary work anybody has done, so that person can be nominated by President of India as a member of Rajya Sabha. 12 members, total member. This question very important. How many members can be nominated by President of India to Rajya Sabha? Your answer is there, 12 answer. And first one I have taught you in the field of literature. Second one, science and art and social service. The President may nominate 2 members to Anglo-Indian community to Lok Sabha. I think 104 amendment taken place and it has been abolished from our constitution. So earlier it means 12 member President nominated to Rajya Sabha and 2 Anglo-Indian, and this proceeding is there. It has been eliminated, but I would like to explain this. If President of India observing that Anglo-Indian representation is not there in Lok Sabha, then he can nominate 2 Anglo-Indian member to Lok Sabha. So this is nomination power. And assent the bill. Dear students, you know that how law will be made. Firstly, a bill can be introduced either house of the parliament. When first house will pass the bill, then it will go to second house, and finally what will be happening when President of India, finally it will go to President chamber, and suppose President of India assign means made signature, then that bill will be law. Earlier it was resolution. If it will be introduced in the house, then it will be bill, and when it will passed by both house of the parliament, passed means ratification. When it will be ratified by the both houses of the parliament, then it will goes to President chamber, and when President of India will make signature or assign the bill, then it will be law. Clear? So these are proceedings. Going to read. No bill can become a law without assent and signature of the President of India. Once a bill is passed by both houses of the parliament, it's sent to President for his approval. The President may give assent or withhold the bill or send back to the house concerned and recommendation. However, if the bill is passed again in the same form, he has to give his assent to bill. Usually the house examine the recommendation of the President, that is a proceeding. And promulgate ordinances. What are ordinances? Ordinances are a kind of a law issued by President of India when both houses of the parliament are not in session. And very detail I am going to explain this one. Under the article 1 to 3, the President can promulgate an ordinance which has the same status as a act of parliament. The President may withdraw the ordinance at any time. The power to promulgate an ordinance is subject to the following condition. First one, the President must be satisfied that circumstances makes it necessary for him to take immediate action. An ordinance can be promulgated at the time when both houses of the parliament are not in session. However, if one house is in session, there is no bar in issuing an ordinance. The ordinance so promulgated should be laid before both houses of the parliament when they assemble. If the parliament does not approve the ordinance, it lapses. If an ordinance is not disapproved, it will be automatically case to operate at the end of the 6 weeks from the date of parliament reassembled. What do you mean by this? Suppose President of India has introduced, promulgate ordinance. So it will be kind of parliamentary act. like it is a law. Okay, and suppose if both houses of the parliament ratified, then it will be work as a parliamentary act. Over. Suppose if president of India introduce any ordinance, and within 6 week, this is keyword, within 6 week, if ratification approval has not been done by both houses of the parliament, then it will be lapse, it will be over, end. So only in this video only this much. And one more point, last point I would like to explain is it assent to some states bill. That is the last point of this video. The governor may serve some bill passed by the state legislature for the consideration of the president. The president can refuse his assent to such a bill, or he can also send to back for the reconsideration. Bills affecting matters such as the power of the High Court are reserved for the consideration of the president. So that is second. One more point is there, formation of the new states. A bill for the formation of the new states or alteration of the area of the existing states cannot be introduced except on the president's recommendation. Suppose this point is very very important, that's why I would like to mention here. I like to explain this. Suppose the boundary of UP will be extended, or any alteration is going on, so without the recommendation of the President of India, this bill can't be introduced. So try to understand the power and function of the President of India. So in this video only this much. Thank you.